We continue with the design of the surveillance and firefighting system of Santiago Airport on the basis of traffic data from AENA. Once we have completed this list with all the categories in the page of aircraft, we will go to the other sheet and we will put here the category of each airplane with VLOOKUP. From here, we put plus VLOOKUP. We can put plus or equals, it is the same, and we want to look up this semicolon. Where do we want to look up? In this matrix here we click the two columns, second column, and we set false so that the coincidence is exact. We already have this here. As we have selected the entire columns in the matrix, we can drag it without problems, because there are no numbers that could change. And we are go up to here, and here we would have the categories. Alright? In principle, if we had them all filled because it is an unknown plane and the Piper is very small. Okay, so here we are going to go to the next step, which is to use count. Starting in this month, put the 3 months of greater number of movements of the airport and how many movements did this aircraft. And for that we are going to make use of a formula, that is the formula I have here. It is called index, okay? Look what I am going to do with the function. Control plus C. With Control plus V we paste it. Look what it does. This tells me, in the matrix D5:05, I am going to press F2 so that you can see which is the matrix. So in this matrix number 1, which has only one row, but if it were a matrix of more rows here we could select which row or rows to use. We can select more than one, because index can return a single value, or a row, or a matrix. Then we say, from row D5:05, take the first row, there is only one, and the 7th column. This row is, as we saw in a previous video, where, with match comma we found the maximum of quarterly periods, and we have, with match dot, I misclicked. The maximum of all, and has given us what is the column, which is the 7th one. It begins in July index comma. Using this value we are going to get the value of July. It gives us 785, that is precisely the value of July. Then I can use this same formula, but this time I want the function to give me that result for the next column. In the next column, I am going to copy with Control plus C. I am going to press Escape. And with Control plus V it is going to be equal, but then I am going to edit it and I am going to say that uses Q2 plus 1, which will be 8, and Q2 plus 2. Please note that I now have, in the 3 consecutive busiest months, how many movements has done this aircraft, with category 7. And here I put a sum and select this. This aircraft did 2,300 movements. I can stretch downwards. Well. And I can now use a count if, put here the categories, okay? I can put 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, just in case. Okay, so here I am going to put plus first use count if to see the number of aircraft. The range would be this column and the criterion would be, semicolon, that is equal to this. Then, it is going to tell me the number of operations of each one of them. Please note that are 2 of category 9, 6 of category 8, for 7. It is not the number of operations, it is the number of unique aircraft, and now I want to know the number of operations, by adding this here. For that we use the function SUMIF dot. These are the unique aircraft and this are going to be the operations. Then I am going to use SUMIF where the range are the categories. Here I am not going to take everything above because I have the sum at the other side, until here. Okay, semicolon, then the criterion is that is equal to this, and what we want to add is, well, here. Enter to put $ in front of the 5 of P and in front of the 103 of P, as well as in the front of 5 of T and the 103 of T, because, if not, if we move it the matrix is going to move as well. Then we click here, we pull, we check that everything is okay, and we see that the columns have not moved.
Comprobamos que esta está bien, con F2.